take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. First carry of the game, and somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
A gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he'll take this for about 4 up to... the 46-yard line.
Ball carrier. He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Jets nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson on first down, and his throw is incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And it's third down.
Third down and 10.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is all the way up past the 25. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. That's going to set him back 5 yards. On second down, here's Jackson. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards, a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now to get his first completion, they think he might be off to the races.
He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okuebunam was the target there, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Jackson. Got his man, that's Harry. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
47-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. To throw again is Jackson. He's got Denzel Mims, the rookie from Baylor. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
The 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Albert Okuebuna, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's got it up and through.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. Devontae Parker, the 30, past the 20, and DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run, 62 yards.
1st down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Jakeem Grant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
How about that call? Hand it to the big guy in that situation. Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
He was looking for Albert Okuebuna was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Here's the big man Dillon with it. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
A.J. Dillon, the ball carrier. Kyle Van Noy on the tackle. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Dolphins 14, Jets 7.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Yards on the return that time, and it'll be Dolphin football
at their own 44-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
And it's third down.
Here's Tua. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now fourth down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Tua on 4th down. And it's caught by Parker. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He was taken down.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Gotta give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They fake the handoff, now Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
First down, Dolphins.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And again, it's Tagovailoa. steps away to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Throwing on second and long. Jackson. And he locates LaVisca Chenault, the rookie from Colorado.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On third down, Jackson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, Miami.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. For a first down screen pass, good for 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Jets' 40-yard line.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And this one's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but now it's 3rd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And he comes back with one complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
5-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
At the 47-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Hitting Juju on the slant. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
The Dolphin 1st down.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jabari Zuniga. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. On play action, here's Tua. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. It's complete to Grant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Tua going to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
Jackson's
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Looking for Harry. He airs it. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. N'Keal Harry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And some room to work. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From midfield, here's Tua. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. 33 yards that time.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Marlon Mack, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Two-point conversion.
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through three. That was impressive.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Able to connect with Mims. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Nick Needham picks it off. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Complete to Mike.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
26 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Wide receiver.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Marlon Mack with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
The touchdown was scored by the runner. But the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now He's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jakeem Grant there to make the grab. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say,
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown.
Complete to
Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's going to take another shot here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. Okuebunam. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Albert O. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are at least able to knock the deficit down a bit. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the 2nd half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, He's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't it? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
1st down, Miami.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a carry for Mack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down right.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Parker left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Down right around the 25.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Complete to
Devontae Parker with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Score Dolphins 63, Jets 21.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They go play action with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there, and gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't, and also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They go right back to Mack. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Second and 11. Play action. Now it's Tua. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Devontae Parker. Touchdown, Miami.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Expect nothing less, baby. Expect nothing less.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but They certainly have not, and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the Jets sweep, here's Grant. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. Well, you talk about catching a defense off guard. They were not expecting jet sweep at all there.
Well, he was 10 yards downfield before the defense even knew what hit him. So a really good play call against a defense that was set up for them to gain big yardage. And how about how they executed the handoff there? That means they spent some time with the wide receivers taking handoffs from the quarterbacks.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Tua. The quick slant caught. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa, and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage.